Hey, Carlos. I just made an opening. I've mentioned that you're going to be presenting today, but I haven't mentioned the topic in details yet. I just mentioned it's going to be a cloud. I see that you've got a nice cloudy background. So somehow this must be related, guys. So without further ado, I think I'll just pass on to you, Carlos. So the stage is yours, please.
Thank you very much for giving the time to present today, and very nice Christmas glasses, by the way.
Thanks.
All right, so let me first share my screen with you. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and hello to our Polish community of Mendix. So today I'm excited to present to you during the next 20-30 minutes about a brand new product initiative we were working on for the last quarters, and we're really excited to launch in the next year. Before getting there, I would like to share a little bit of details about myself. So my name is Carlos Salinas. I'm a product manager within Mendix. I have been nearly 10 years already with the organization. As an academic background, I'm a computer science engineer and also with an EMBA. And I'm a member of the cloud unit where we are responsible of the flexible deployment portfolio. Personally, I'm really enthusiastic about technology. I'm sure as many of you over there, and with a special focus on the low code and cloud computing, and of course, artificial intelligence. I'm based in Madrid, Spain. And the agenda for today is pretty packed. I would like to explain you why we are working in this new initiative named Mendix on Azure, give you a little bit of background and the main drivers of this new product, also highlight the key benefits of this solution, also put a few suitable cases where we see this product brings tremendous amount of value. We're gonna change gears, also talk more technically speaking about the architecture, how the product is built, and of course top of mind of many customers deploying privately about security and compliance. And last and not least, for many of you, you're already familiar with Mendix for Private Cloud, just to give a comparison between those two products. Without further ado, I'm gonna start with setting the stage of why we are doing this. So first of all, we as Mendix, our primary objective is to assist customers in achieving rapid business value, but also we recognize that customers possess different levels of IT expertise and they are bound by distinct security constraints. Therefore, we provide a range of deployment options that tailor to accommodate the diverse needs. It's important to note that each deployment option needs a unique level of customer involvement, as we'll see next, and introduces distinct configurability aspects, influencing how quickly they can launch the first applications, as we always say, the first time to value. What you see on the slide, in this horizontal axis, we have on the left the lowest customer effort and highly operated side. We have our default preferred deployment option, which is Mendix Cloud. We have Mendix Cloud as the preferred and with the lowest customer effort plus the fastest time to value. Then we have Mendix Cloud dedicated based on the same technical stack as Mendix Cloud, with a big difference that we isolate every single tenant in its own dedicated Mendix Cloud instance. Now let's move to the opposite side of the spectrum, where we have the highly opinionated, the highly customer effort. We have Mendix for Private Cloud, which in a sense is to standardize the deployment and operational experience of Mendix apps on top of the customer's Kubernetes cluster based on the same technology for those customers they need to deploy in the air-gapped network. We have a private Mendix platform, which becomes an extension of Mendix for Private Cloud, with the biggest difference that we are providing also the platform experience behind the corporate network, so to say. I just sit in the middle with a fair opinionated, with a lower customer effort commitment if you compare with Mendix for Private Cloud. We have the Windows and Linux servers, but they have the caveat that they are not connected to the Mendix platform. That translates that we empower less the makers to produce apps more effectively if you compare with Mendix Cloud or even Mendix for Private Cloud connected. And then below we have a question mark that hints there is a gap in our portfolio, which is all about what we're going to present today. We are looking for something in the middle ground, bringing the best of Mendix Cloud experience with a lower customer effort and also with the flexibility of Mendix for Private Cloud. And then we have Mendix on Azure. And what is about? So first of all, I would like to answer the question, why Azure? Because it's the world's second largest cloud vendor. It holds the 23% market share according to Gartner. And among our customers, that position is even stronger because the market the share of Azure customers is even bigger. Also, we have learned through our extensive experience assisting customers deploying privately, the cloud journey is always unique. They start in a different points and they progress also at different paces. We as Mendix, we are really committed to help our customers yield business value from Azure quickly, but also securely, regardless of the IT expertise. And how we're going to make that happen, I'm about to show you on the next slide. Mendix on Azure, it will offer a predefined cloud stack that significantly accelerates the onboarding process for customers using Azure. We're going to provide as well a first-class low-ops, low-code experience, fully supported by the Mendix platform, where resources will be automatically provisioned from that cloud template, enabling Mendix apps to be ready for deployment within 30 minutes. This rapid setup, it will not compromise neither security nor performance. As the Mendix template I mentioned previously, it will include built-in security and scalability features in combination of Microsoft Azure and Mendix. Additionally, that Mendix template, it will be passing the Azure Marketplace quality standards, and it will incorporate the best cloud practices vetted by Mendix architects. And as you see on the screen, this whole journey, it will support it step by step by the Mendix platform. And I would like to highlight not only about the speed, which is also relevant and important, there are many other benefits I would like to highlight as well. One of those is accessibility. This solution, it will be available for any customer regardless of the skill levels in IT. Also, I want to talk about cost efficiency. The automation I mentioned previously, in combination with the low-ops experience, it will significantly reduce the operational costs, eliminating the need of dedicated personnel. And security compliance, another really relevant topic. That cloud stack, it will definitely adhere to various security frameworks, which I will detail later, ensuring a high level of security hardening. And simplify the deployment. Utilizing a predefined cloud stack, it will definitely remove the cognitive load that every customer needs to go through with private cloud, cherry picking and combining all the required components. So the customer effort, it will be minimal in this case. And last and not least, we want to talk about seamless integration. Why? Because deploying Mendix apps in the customer's Azure subscription, it will facilitate the integration with other Azure resources ready to be consumed through the Mendix apps, and equally important, being able to integrate with your private network, allowing those Mendix apps to integrate with other mission critical systems. And since we were talking about running in the customer's Azure subscription, it's also important to highlight that will open up opportunities to leverage any Azure incentive program, discount or benefit system the customer may have with Microsoft. This definitely can provide a significant finance support for the target business cases you consider Mendix suitable for. And that definitely it will translate that it will benefit all stakeholders. I want to show you as well a potential business cases we think this new Mendix on Azure it will really suitable for. Bear in mind the list is not exhaustive. First of all, I want to talk about use cases where geographical data control is key. As you may know, certain organizations that require by law or contract to store the data within specific regions. Also, data sensitivity. Certain applications handle highly sensitive data, highly critical intellectual property organization that enforces those applications to comply with rigorous security regulations. Industry-specific compliance. If you work in industries like healthcare, finance, government, and so on, you may know that you will have to comply with specific high regulatory requirements. Deploying and having full control on your deployment facility, it will allow you to comply with those regulations. And last and not least, let's not forget legacy systems integration. As I pointed out before, being able to deploy your apps without losing the Mendix platform experience within your private network, it will allow you to extend and integrate with your legacy systems that will not be possible to move all of them to the cloud. Now, I would like you to zoom out a little bit and show you how this new product initiative named Mendix on Azure, it will become the latest addition to our connected deployment portfolio, providing a top-notch low-code and low-ops experience, because they will be all of them seamlessly linked with the Mendix platform. Alongside Mendix Cloud, with, as always, is the quickest time to value and cost effectiveness, our product line supports various multi-cloud and hybrid cloud strategies. And with the addition of Mendix on Azure, we can properly and securely cater to customers seeking Azure deployment without the need for extensive IT expertise. Now, changing gears on the presentation, I would like to go a little bit more into the technical side of things. In terms of the product architecture, Mendix on Azure employs an Azure concept named Azure Managed Application, which allows automatically set up a cloud stack within the customer Azure subscription. It involves provisioning Azure Managed Services with high availability, scalability, and streamlined operations. Paired with Mendix Operator and Gateway Agent, which are key components of Mendix for private cloud, this setup it will guarantee a smooth, low-ops experience fully backed by the Mendix platform. And next, let's explore how Azure Managed Application concept aligns with the Mendix vision of providing frictionless and secure app deployment for Azure customers. Azure Managed Applications enables Mendix to offer a fully managed cloud solutions, simplifying the deployment and maintenance for customers. Furthermore, it allows Mendix applications to be seamlessly deployed and managed on Azure, ensuring high availability, security, and expert management. Available through the Azure Marketplace, Mendix on Azure will ensure consistency, compliance, and also predictable costs. This allows customers to focus on their core business activities while relying on Mendix on Azure for the smooth operations of their applications cloud infrastructure on Azure. And as I said before, two key Mendix components part of Mendix on Azure are the Mendix Operator and the Gateway Agent. And I would like to show you how that comes together in this Mendix architecture. The Mendix Operator, for those you don't know, automates the deployment, scaling, and management on Azure Kubernetes services, while the Gateway Agent ensures a secure and effective communication between Mendix applications and the Mendix platform, as you can see at the bottom of this chart. This setup allows developers to remotely operate Mendix apps with a low-ops experience supported by the Mendix platform, which is depicted on the left-hand side. Together, these components will enable scalable, secure, and easily manageable Mendix applications on Mendix on Azure cloud stack. And now, changing topic, let's talk about security compliance. And you see on the screen, security compliance in the context of Mendix on Azure is a shared responsibility between Mendix, Microsoft, and the customer, as you can see outlined in this model. Customers are tasked with building safe applications that comply with the best practices in development and configuration to ensure app security. Meanwhile, Mendix maintains responsibility for keeping the Azure cloud stack updated with the latest security patches and ensuring that software components like the Mendix Runtime, Operator, and the Agent, in addition to the Mendix platform itself, of course, consistently meet the security standards and compliance requirements set by Mendix. And Microsoft plays a key role as well in providing the underlying Azure services that make the stack possible. And in terms of compliance and the security frameworks we highlighted before, we ensure that the Azure cloud stack adheres to a comprehensive list of frameworks to guarantee that security and app environments running on your Azure subscription. We understand that compliance requirements differ from each organization, and there might be relevant frameworks not included in this list. Therefore, we ask customers and prospective customers to inform about any relevant security framework in their business, because we want to make sure that security compliance doesn't stand in the way of their customers adopting Mendix on Azure. With that, I would like to finish this presentation saying thanks to everyone. And if you are interested to know more about this new product initiative, please send an email to the product managers you see in the list. Clive Weil, my colleague, is responsible for Mendix on Azure, and myself, who I have the pleasure to presenting this today, and the product manager for Mendix for Private Cloud. Thank you. Is there any question we can address right away? I will keep this slide for the sake of having the email address on the screen.
One question, Carlos.
Sure.
Let's say a little bit more regarding the scalability of this solution. So Mendix takes care about, if there is any case for more resources to run some apps, then Mendix, the framework taken.
Sorry, can you repeat the question? I didn't get it.
My question was regarding the scalability. You mentioned that, this is somehow, I understand, automation way being done by the Mendix framework. Can you say more how this behaves with the Azure resources and Mendix framework? Runtime, I mean.
Let me explain how it works in the big picture. So what we do is the customer has its own Azure subscription. It connects the Azure subscription with the Mendix platform. So that process, it grants access the customer to Mendix to act on their behalf with a ephemeral token. So there is a single sign-on experience between those platforms, between Mendix platform and Azure platform. And for their own, Mendix can roll out the cloud template, as I mentioned before, into the customer Azure subscription. That translates in a set of cloud resources that basically are Azure managed services in combination with Mendix for private cloud components within a resource group in the Azure subscription of the customer. The process is really transparent, so the customer can see the resources being provisioned in their subscription. But thanks to the Azure managed application concept I introduced before, we can make sure that the customer doesn't accidentally change any on the configuration, create a configuration drift that might disrupt the functionality of the system. So the only action the customer can do is to delete the whole thing or don't do anything. That facilitates customers to adopt a cloud solutions like Mendix, which has certain complexity in terms of operations. So the customer accepts that fact, and what does is, okay, you can roll out something in my Azure subscription, and I delegate to you to do maintenance and operations. And from there on, once the whole setup is running, we as Mendix, in a periodic basis, we are upgrading the components just to keep them up to date with the latest security patches.
Thanks.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Carlos. Any other questions? Yes, in the back.
Hi, Carlos. Thanks for the presentation. I have a question with regards to pricing. So, like, if you compare it to usage of just Mendix Cloud, do we have extra costs for services provided by Mendix for connection for Azure, or is it cheaper, for example, because I'm using my own cloud?
Right. So at this point in time, it's still too soon to give you an expectation how the pricing is going to look like. But I can tell you that we are looking at a price scheme where makes the solution suitable for customers that want to start small with few applications and grow from there. But in terms of figures, it's still too soon to give you a concrete structure how the pricing is going to look like.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
So my question was regarding the how flexible is the configuration of cloud resources. So as you said, there is an option, or for example, to destroy everything or not to destroy everything. So can I, for example, connect these like my Azure subscription from Azure website and configure some things manually, or it is just like banded into the Mendix and I cannot do anything?
Right, so it's a good question indeed. So we're gonna offer or support a certain level of configurability, but if you compare with Mendix for private cloud, definitely will never be that level of extensibility and flexibility there. So at this point in time, what we're gonna allow, first of all, is to be able to connect that cloud stack to your private network. That will be one example of configurability we'll be supporting. Also, we will be supporting to define the VM levels. That means separately the EKS, because as I showed you during the architectural slide, where the applications are hosted in an EKS cluster. And as you know, the clusters, the Kubernetes clusters are underpinned by different VMs. So the profile of those VMs, you will be able to configure them through the Mendix platform, and we're gonna carry out the option you choose there in the provisioning phase. And the same and the database grows. The rest of the components, let's say, they have auto scaling capability, so they will go automatically based on the application and the workload.
All right, thanks. I think we've run out of batteries with the microphone, so I'll just speak up. Any other questions? Carlos, maybe? Once, twice. All right.
All right.
No more questions. So thank you once more for your presentation and for answering the questions. We did record that session, so we'll publish that in a couple of weeks so that you can review that. Thanks again for agreeing to record, Carlos. And guys, now I would like to welcome you for a break for around 5 minutes. Carlos, thank you very much. Again,
Thank you.
I hope you will be able to join us maybe sometime in the future for our next meetups. Thank you.
Sure thing.
And see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.